Let's just roll out. Those are big bodies, and they all have trample. Right, they've got 2 blockers. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're all having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today we'll be playing with Standard 2022's greatest meme deck. It is Aztec Cursed Volume 3. We've gone through the the legwork, the drafts, and we are nearing perfection. This is a dirty deck that I'm having an absolute blast with in Mythic Standard 2022. In today's video, we're going to break down the deck, talk about strategies, synergies, and then showcase that in the gameplay footage, right? Do our best to demonstrate all of the theory within the deck, wrapping up with our final thoughts, deck review, and general channel news. I hope you guys are ready. Buckle up. Let's go. Alrighty, make sure to like the video to help support more quality content just like this in the future. You can subscribe to the channel to partake in the contests and giveaways, a D&D rare playset, 500,000 gems, one-on-one coaching time. We've got free cash prize tournaments, which are really fun, all available in the Linktree link. Jump into the Discord if you have any questions. Aztec Curse Volume 3 is a Golgari midrange deck with an average mana value of 2.8. Golgari is the color combination of black and green. We have 16 non-creatures and 20 creatures. 24 land to support the mediocre curve here. We have creature ramp, we have treasure ramp to further mitigate the mana value that we'll need. It revolves around Skeletal Swarming for 5, an enchantment, and each skeleton you control has trample, attacks each combat if able, and gets +X/+0, where X is the number of other skeletons you control. At the beginning of your end step, create a tapped 1/1 black skeleton creature token. If a creature died this turn, create 2 of those tokens instead, which is really a lot of fun, right? So that's the main shenanigans within the deck. We have a ton of other creatures here that allow us to ramp, gain life, which is cool. And then the newest addition to the deck is Maskwood Nexus. This was requested by the community in the last build, something that I wasn't sure on. And today we're going to do a little bit of investigatory work to see if Maskwood Nexus is worth it. For 4 mana value, creatures you control are every creature type, skeletons, right? And the same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield, right? So creature cards in your deck and in your graveyard as well. We can pay 3 to tap it to create a shapeshifter, changeling, which is every creature type as well, which is pretty cool, right? So, we're gonna make all of our creatures skeletons, and then that's gonna buff up, +X/+0, where X is the number of other skeletons you control, right? So not only is it creating its own skeletons every end step, but if we have the Nexus in play, now the Twitch, the Ghast, the Sentinel, the Innkeeper, the Merchant are all skeletons, not to mention the spider tokens from Lolth are now skeletons as well. And they're gonna have trample. They all buff each other up. It's, it's a little bit ridiculous, right? Very memey, but I'm doing my best to make it competitive. And, I'm fairly satisfied with the result today. Not gonna give those away because it's a lot of fun to watch the matches, I guess, without knowing what's gonna happen, but, very pleased with the outcome. We have, the basics in deck, right? Shambling Ghast, it can die, create a treasure. Dispute can sack a creature or a treasure to create a treasure, draw 2 cards, right? So Ghast, 1, 2, Dispute, 3, Swarm, 4, Nexus. Let's go, right? So that's going to be our ideal playline. Of course, it can't always be that way, and that's why we have the Sentinel for ramp. We have the Twitch, which can grab the environmental sciences from our hand, Necrotic Fumes for removal, Containment Breach for enchantment artifact removal, Pest Summoning. These pests will become skeletons. Great. And of course, we also have a Mascot Exhibition. In my personal opinion, we might need more fumes for Pest Summoning, but we're going to leave that to the end of the video to discuss a little bit later on. Ramping again with the Innkeeper, it makes a treasure. The Skullport Merchant makes the treasure. We have a draw engine within the Merchant as well, sacking creatures or treasures, just like Dispute to draw a card, which is absolutely amazing, right? So Blood on the Snow can clean up anything that gets out of hand and bring back Lolth, and of course, Skeletal Swarming is not going anywhere, so we'll be making, 2 skeletons end step, plus Lolth is back to make 2 spiders, so you've got 4 creatures if you have to Blood on the Snow, to protect you, and that's, you know, it's going to be pretty nasty. And of course, they're attacking next turn, and well, I guess the skeletons will be tapped, so will the spiders, so you won't have any protection. No, only these enter tapped. Your spiders will be untapped. Even though they're skeletons, they'll still be untapped. You know, just to clarify, if anybody's confused about that, right? We will still have nice defenders. Just not one skeleton, but the spiders will still be able to defend. The Haven is here, you know, the pathway for consistency. That's really all that's going on. It's the same deck, just with a little bit of added flavor to it. And, you know, let's see how well Maskwood Nexus works out within the Aztec Curse Skeletal Swarming Golgari midrange deck. Thanks again for your time and attention, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Like the video to show your support and ensure that we have more quality content like this coming out in the future. You can also subscribe, join our contests, our giveaways, and support by becoming potentially a Patreon, right? So check out the link tree for all of that. Let's go check out today's gameplay footage. Going first with the pretty groovy start, right? Like, we can pull that third land, we're off to the races, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. So, Ghast is out first, Innkeeper next. Dispute would be ideal off the top, but hey, we'll take what we can get. And that is the Innkeeper with the land. Do not mind the land. That's gonna be the 5th for us if the Ghast does not die, right? 3, 4, 5 with treasure. Merchant out. Gain that life, make that treasure, hit for 2. And we can actually sack a treasure for the Sentinel because the Sentinel can tap for the mana. And I would rather have, you know, more creatures in play in case we get to our Nexus. So just going ultra wide. Binder takes our Swarm. Okay. Less than ideal. You know what it doesn't take, though? Lolth. Got that Innkeeper. -3 for the insects, and we're going to gain 2 life here. And of course, both of these creatures can swing in. Skullport Merchant survives. The Ghast would trade and make a treasure, which we so desperately need. Hopefully, we're going to get through all this, though. We just believe. I mean, they're at 4. They need to get to 6 for blood. We have reach. So they need to, like, double remove the spiders and then hit Lolth for 3. Holy Toledo's. Topdeck.exe running at full force. Make the treasure. I do love this Nexus. But we need the swarming out first. Whoops, cancel. I'm gonna send 1 spider in. We do have 2 with reach. I mean, the Sentinel still has reach, right? They activate the Haven. That's fine with me. Okay, so this isn't bad, right? We will lose a defender, though. Which I think is okay. We don't want to tap the Innkeeper ever anyways. We sack the merchant, grab the loyalty. Twitch comes out. This is 4, 5. We're still so far away. I like to stay wide here, I think. Gain that life. We can sack the Twitch with the Skullport for a draw and a learn. And then we can Sciences to play the land for the turn. We'd also just top deck another Skeletal Swarming. That would be nice. That would be nice for me. Redain would be bad. Their own Lolth. Making their own spiders.
I will show you what happens when spiders. I will cull him.
Land in play. That should get it. If they block one, we Skullport it.
I return to the abyss.
Take the draw.
I always reward the loyal.
Topdeck.exe. It will never let you down. Now available within my Discord. You can get that in the Linktree link, right? For the invite there. Just ask, someone will hand it out to you. It's for VIP members, of course. No jokes. You guys see proof of it every day. Literally, like, come on. I'm not Yu-Gi-Oh! It's a computer program. Yu-Gi! What's going on here, Mr. 3 attacks? They dispute. Make the treasure, draw 2. They have Menace, which I actually overlooked a little bit. It's fine, though. We do have 3 defenders. So she will die. No, we've got 4 defenders. We're okay. We're okay unless they remove something. I'm pretty sure we just let the Spider Queen die, though, in Maskwood Nexus for lethal. Like, if Swarming stays in play... They could exile Swarming here. I wonder if that's what goes. Oh, good on him. Good on him, right? So that's going to keep him in the game another turn, but... Ay caramba. Ay caramba. Let's take the draw. Looking for a land.
I'll tell you a secret.
It's expensive, I get it. Tap the Innkeeper. Just send the skeleton in. They're gonna blood on the snow us, aren't they? And the game is gonna go on even longer. I mean, they dealt with it last turn. Can they deal with it again? And I don't think they have blood because they would have done it last turn. Unless they just wanted Kaya in play. And now they get Lolth in play too. Wouldn't be a bad move. I honestly think blood on the snow would be amazing here. I mean, we're only on 6 land. The treasure, though, would put us to 7, and we'd learn. That part would be good. We do block this because they have a Blood on the Snow. Right? And we need that Planeswalker to survive. Because now they're forced to deal with the field state and the Planeswalker, rather than giving them the Planeswalker and then they wipe the board. Right? That would be bad. So we get that treasure. We get a bunch of counters, which might be irrelevant here. I don't know. Might be good, though. And... oof. Exhibition is just the safest play. If we top decked a land, even without the land, we could have done the Pest Summoning, but we're fine. Let's just hold off. This is good if, you know, there is a Blood on the Snow. I think they've got it. I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah. Yeah, baby. So here comes Lolth. You know, we get a ton of loyalty counters here.
I will get what I want.
Spider Town.
My power is for annihilation.
I mean, the Nexus doesn't do much this turn. Did they do another Blood on the Snow? Let's force them to have it. Alright, full field again, which is nice. It's crazy how difficult it's been to get this off. We could have killed both their Planeswalkers. We are probably going to do that if they remove our Lolth. Right? So we can get her back into play. But we'll see here. A Twitch is good. They plus the Twitch and now they Blood.
Trust me.
I get it. I mean, just wipe the field. Makes sense. At least to me. It's not a field state you can live with. I mean, you do have nice blockers. Creatures in play as well. Land and tapped, 4 in hand. Another Kaya minuses on Skeletal Swarm?
When you can walk through walls,
Or on the Planeswalker?
it's easy.
Interesting.
It's the least.
Look at them go. You know what I mean? Like the little engine that could. So smash in. We have 25 life, right? We can take a hit. It's just off the flyer, I guess, too, right? Then we're hitting for 5.
generous one.
So, you get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt damage by one or more creatures. If that player lost less than 8 life, they lose equal to the difference. I'm gonna take it. Just in case they remove it.
You've been caught in my web since we've met.
We only have 4 mana. I don't even know what we get.
At least there is blood on your hands.
The Skullport? It's either that or the Eyetwitch. I think Skullport's better. Let's go as wide as we can. We have plenty of damage on board. They need another Blood on the Snow. If they have 3 of them, I'm gonna freak out. Don't you dare. 9 available mana. Eyetwitch, fine. Exhibition. It's not pretty, but it is what it is. Good game. They're not into it. They run out of their hand and, you know, they see our field. I think they still have appropriate blockers there. We don't have removal, but I'll take it. Maybe they had to go back to work. Just thinking back to last match here, we had the Lolth emblem, which I totally forgot about because the deck list was in the way there, I think. Which, combined with the Menace attackers, made them not have enough blockers because if we deal 1 damage, we basically get 8 damage, right? So that would have been game. Okay, I mean, can we get there? Sentinel's pretty good on turn 1. We need a 2-drop here, please. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No attacks. This could be bad. Their 3rd land. Blood on the... or Blizzard Brawl. Blood on the Blizzard. And then hit for 4. Holy. Thank you for the 3-drop. It at least blocks a wolf. And we get the ramp. That ramp is incredibly important right now. Double draw, though. That's really bad. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Mammoth. Are we prepared to take 9 damage next turn? I guess we have to be. Does not feel good. We're using this as a blocker to mitigate that damage so we're not taking the Sentinel. Holy Toledos. Yeah, we're going to block the confirmed damage. These can go to 5 with Trample, which would kill us. So just block what we can. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to bring back the Merchant, though. And now those lands are probably just going to win the game. Hit for 1. Feeling good about that. Nuking the creatures. We bring back our merchant. Make the treasure. And now play the Ghast. 2 blockers is better than none. Or 1. We're cutting it close, though. I don't know if we're going to get this. Wow, that sucks. Down to 1. Pretty sure we lose. Cry. 5-5 now. The trample's what kills us, right? Trample's so good. It forces us to attack, which also kind of shoots us in the foot. Frog Hemoth is a really nice card. I like that. Going first with a really nice hand. 2 Nexuses, not great, but I just want to get this going. In version 2, everybody's like, why aren't you running Maskwood Nexus? It's absolute gas here. So in version 3, I really did want to try it. Kind of getting burned by it so far, though, if I'm being honest. I get the meme effect. It's very good this way, but it's an added piece to the puzzle, making it a little bit harder to complete. Hit for 1. Oh, look out. We're coming for you. You better be scared, burnt toast. You and those Driggins. Making the treasures really good for us here. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 available mana. Hopefully there's no counterspell. Nope, we're good. It's Giants, which is really good for them, actually. We still have 2 lands, doesn't do anything. The sack is irrelevant. Tap the merchant, and then we can chump block. Oh no, I did that wrong. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Or no, I did that right. We did that right. We're okay. Not that it matters. I forgot about that second Sentinel tapping early. The Swarm, right? It's okay. This looks great. Just no removal, no blocks. We take it. They're only at 4. Quakebringer's so good, though. The merchant will survive, I think, right? Well, not survive, but... Tap the merchant. I don't want it to die. It's really good. And then we're forced to attack. I mean, this is massive damage, right? They should block this because it's 15. Now, I guess the question is, are we going to get smacked with a Frosted Fire, right? 2 damage. Do they wipe the field? It did pop off here really nice, but we get punished. Except they're all giants. Maskwood Nexus makes them all giants. Even I was pretty slow to clue into that. I should have beforehand, because we were talking about, oh, Battle of Frosted Fire, it's so good, but not only are they skeletons, they're also giants. Oh, that hurt. That is... I'm so sorry, my friend. And I guess that's exactly how we want this to work. So maybe it is justifiable. It certainly pops when it goes. Got him. Going first. That's very fair of you. We've got a nice turn 1, a nice turn 2, and, well, would you look who's there. I'm not spending the treasure. Just hit. This can be our next turn. Painter, I assume. Make the treasure. A Ghast, okay. Just put in that damage and it's helping us for later, right? Do they sack it for the treasure? Yes, this is instant speed, so they have no blocker here, right? They could have used that to interrupt one of our attacks. It's only 1 damage, but still. These are the habits you really want to be practicing, right? And that's known as chump blocking. Auto pay. Skeleton gang roll out. Hit for 3. 1 Skeletano. 1 life, please, up to 22. And they need to remove that enchantment as a priority. The Painter out makes the treasure. That's 5 available mana. Gold spans a 7/7. Jesus Christ. That's ridiculous! I see them probably just taking the 2 damage. The life gain is nice. We're gonna need it. We are going to need it. Haven. Do not cast another giant dragon. I'm still wrapped up on that giants match. It's so big. It should be a giant at 7/7. You know what I mean? Aren't all giants 7/7, or the majority of them? The good ones anyways. Realm Cloaked, Cyclone Summoner. Ghast out, sure. They can kill the Innkeeper here, that's probably their best bet. The treasure's good, because now it's doubled through Goldspan. Gross. They're just gonna try to race us, yeah. They kill our life gain, which sucks. And we're down to 10. Well, actually, no, we chump block. And we can chump block for a little bit, too, right? We can grab removal on the dragon here. Necrotic Fumes. Predator in play. My god. It's also a 7/7. What a time to be alive. We swing in for 4. That's actually not bad. You know, if a skeleton dies this turn, that's good for us. Kind of want to keep that skeleton. More damage. Actually, we have to take the gold span. Let's be serious. And we need that damage. Yeah, it's got to be the Ghast. They get a treasure. Great news for them. They dispute it for the draw. We get 2 skeletons. They're 3/1s with trample. Right? That represents 9, 10, 11 damage, potentially. They need to defend. They kill the Twitch and then attack. That's really good. Down to 11. 9 available mana, right? Not good. Very, very bad. What you doing, Willis? I'm a little worried, right? I don't think this is a good spot for us at all. There's snowlands here as well we need to worry about. Getting hit for 8 is ridiculous. What they really need is that Poet's Quill. That's something I use in my Rakdos deck with the Predator. And we have a second Fumes here to take. To exile the Predator. We don't. That's really bad for me. Why don't I run 2 copies? 3, 6. What if I top deck a land? Not good. I was sure we had 2 Necrotic Fumes in sideboard. Definitely looking to take a second one of those, probably. 2 Fumes and only 1 Pest Summoning, I think. Removal over aggro is our better bet. Ouch. That's going to keep us from doing everything. You know what I mean? They didn't have Indestructible on it, which is good for us. I bet they just bring it back. No, they go with our dearly beloved. Let's make that treasure token. Mascot Exhibition through the treasure token. Make the skeleton, and then next turn, if we survive. Pest Summoning would have been good as well with this Maskwood, but the 3 bodies is better than 2. Just how do we survive this turn? And not only survive, right? Like, yeah, we'll probably survive and make it to our next draw step, but how can we have our board state survive this turn, right? You know, it's not really up to us. We take 4 down to 13. And do they Crackling Fire for lethal? right? I mean, it's unlimited mana that they have here. I shouldn't have said it out loud. I really should not have said that out loud. Okay, a Predator. That's good. That's good. Let's just roll out. Those are big bodies. And they all have trample. Right, they've got 2 blockers. Stopping 6 out of 11, 18, 22. That's still lethal. Beautiful. So, Maskwood Nexus is actually saving us here. This is actually getting the job done, I think. Which is nice. I mean, they still have a ton of mana. There could be removal in their hands. Right? So it's not over yet. Goldspan is gone, though, so the double treasures has left. And they would have done that first. So we do get the thumbs up there. That's really, really nice. Kapow! All right, Aztec Curse version 3. Maskwood Nexus, I was a little bit worried about it, right? That first match, we really had a hard time connecting with it. But in those other matches, the later on matches, I think 3 and 4, it really, you know, shone through the darkness. Trample is absolutely amazing. Sorry about your chump blockers. It's not going to be enough. And, you know, beating down some pretty aggressive decks as well, which is a lot of fun. So I like it. What do you guys think? Obviously, you know, we've seen the more memey decks with Magda in play. That's going to buff them up again because they're dwarfs and they're skeletons. I don't mind it, but do keep in mind that there is a consistency drop when you add that third color, right? Sure, you can bring in the Painter. That's really good as well. Magda is decent, but is it worth it, right? That's going to be something that we maybe test in the future, right? Is a Jund version really viable, or is that really just meme central, right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, I really appreciate all of your time and attention. Have a magical day. Like the video to support great content just like this coming out in the future. Subscribe to partake in our contests and giveaways. And definitely, if you can afford to, become a Patreon to help support me personally. Enjoy, have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in the next.